Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the oracle cards. I'm so excited to join you this week. I know Libra season is all about balance. And after talking with so many of you, it seems like we are in that time of purging out the old, editing the energy that we allow access to ourselves. And I think it's so important for us to really pay attention to the relationships, not only that we are attracting, but that we have with ourselves. I think that you can recognize the relationship in the reflection only when you can start to have awareness of how you're showing up into relationships. So today, it being Libra season, and we have a new moon on the 21st, I figured today would be the perfect time to dive into a self-love affirmation for you for the month. Because when it comes to our relationships, the most important relationship you will ever have is with yourself. So I am excited to pull some affirmation cards for us today. And I want to know, before I dive in, how is the word balance showing up for you in this season? Are you feeling like you're trying to balance work and family life, or you're trying to balance children and starting a new business? I mean, I guess that could be the same thing, but it's just all how you spin it, right? So where are you finding you are needing more balance? Maybe you're the person that's always giving in relationships, and the balance is to set up a boundary and start asking for more help or more support. So I'm going to tune into the comments, say hello to everyone. Leanne's in the house. Oh my gosh. So good to see you, Sarai. Let me just scroll back and see everyone. Hi, Jamie. Hello, Eve. It's so good to see everyone. So nice. Hi, beautiful. Still zoned out after TEL, LOL, that meditation. Wow. I know, Leanne, yesterday when we did the Silent Influence Frame Control Masterclass inside the Elevated Life Club, that was one of the deepest I've ever gone in our hypnosis meditations in our live coaching. I literally felt my head dozing off a few times. And in fact, I actually wanted to start today's reading with some deep breaths and a little groundedness, because even as I was coming out here, I needed to take a moment and ground my energy. The light was weird. The camera's not working, all the technical things. And I'm trying to deliver a spiritual self-love message, and my energy and my nervous system is like, ah. So I was sitting here taking a few deep breaths. I thought, should I bring my sound bowls out here for y'all? So next week we'll do sound bowls. But I wanted to do a little bit of breathing, because I have a feeling that if you're in the season of balancing your life, it can get real easy to fall off of that center of peace and calm, because we're creating change, and all humans resist change even though we crave it. So it's a really interesting balance of I want it, but I don't like it. And I love it. It's welcome to being Libra, everyone. So I want to just check in with you. What are you balancing in your life? I'm going to pull up the chat, the comments everywhere. It was literally the best, Leanne. That was one of my favorite master classes we have done. I just uploaded the replay, sent out the email to all of our members. If you were not live or a part of the Elevated Life Membership Club, this is where Chris and I team up every single month to coach you live for 90 minutes and do a guided hypnosis process. We've done this for 8 years. In fact, I was scrolling back at all the master classes that we've done. There are over 10 pages, and that's 80 master classes, from success to sexual intimacy to building trust, confidence, how to start a side hustle, anxiety, overcoming your fears. We've really covered so many beautiful topics, from health to wealth to spirituality. And we got off the call yesterday and we were just so lit up. I just told Chris, I'm like, teaching with you feels so fucking good. It's just spirit flows through both of us. And we have developed over the last, 20 years together at this point. I guess technically 19, don't get ahead of myself. 19 years at this point. It's been really beautiful how we create the masculine and feminine flow and practical knowledge. And I bring that intuitive empowerment and inspiration with the vision. And Chris just gives you the practical, well, here's how you do it. Take step 1, stop doing this, drink more water, get your salt in, he gives that beautiful practical approach to that transformation that we bring to the table. I just had to take a moment because Leanne's bringing up Elevated Life. I am just so in love with it and so grateful that we've had this amazing community over the last decade of sharing these simple mindset shifts that create radical transformation. So next month is all about shadow work in the season of Scorpio. So if you are like, I feel like I need a coach or two and a community to lift me up and have my subconscious rewired, because you know how it runs the show, I think that shadow work might be the perfect time for you to jump into the club. Plus, it's $7 to join, so it's a no-brainer. All right. Anyway, I'm going to get back to this self-love reading. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Leanne. We had the most fun. We were riding a high, freaking vibrating, levitating, glowing after that live training. It was so much fun. And like, who doesn't want to know how to silently influence, not manipulate, but be able to control the frame and the conversations that you have so that it's a win-win and you get what you're trying to get out of a conversation. So many people miscommunicate. They don't know how to set up the experience so that the other person feels invited and excited and not manipulated. And so that's exactly what frame control is all about, is who holds the frame, controls the conversation, controls the outcome. This is a lesson in leadership. It's a lesson in courage and confidence to stand your ground silently and know that if you hold that frame to like, this is the vision I want for this conversation or for this experience, then they have to match you at your frequency. All right. So we're going to do a couple deep breaths before we dive in. It's just so good to see everyone. Hi, Rebecca. I miss Elevated Life Club. Got to get back in. Yes, girl. We'd love to have you. We are just having so much fun over there. And we've been like limiting how much we've been putting, this is what I'm talking about, editing your energy and how much you're giving, how much you're receiving. And this year with so much change, we have been editing how much output we do, but where we do show up a lot is the Elevated Life Club. So if you've been missing like the podcast, or you've been missing us showing up on lives, or just we use to spread so much sparkle magic all the time, but we're on the move. We're a lot busier these days. And I've got a TV show in the works, which is amazing. So we've kind of given ourselves permission to take a step back from the social medias. Also, love-hate relationship. You guys know how I feel about it. I love y'all and love being on it, but I don't like that they keep shadow banning my account. So there's that. So if you've been missing that, come hang out with us in the club. All right, let's get grounded. Let's get our nervous system back online, y'all. And that's exactly what Elevated Life is all about, from breath work to meditation, yoga, and the mindfulness teachings and coachings that we do. All right, you guys ready? Let's take a big, deep breath in together. Exhale, releasing, letting go. Inhaling, breathing in, maybe closing down your eyes if it's safe for you. And then exhale, sigh it out, and relax those shoulders. Just notice if you're holding on to any tension. And with your next inhale, I want you to imagine a beautiful glowing white light filling up your body, filling up your entire cells from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And as you exhale, send a wave of relaxation down your body, from the top of your head all the way to the tips of your toes, letting every single muscle relax. Just noticing how these beautiful 3 deep breaths can calm and center you with ease. So continue this nice, long, deep breathing. And if you closed your eyes, begin to come back into this moment, gently opening the eyes and keeping that breath nice, slow, long, and deep. That will help you to receive the message that you need to hear during this Libra season. So I am so excited to pull some self-love affirmations for you. Oh my gosh, I just had to open a brand new deck because I've been giving them away on the road like crazy. And in the third round, I think, of Oracle decks that we printed two extra cards. So I'm curious, if you have the Shine from the Inside Oracle, do you have the deck that has the 2 bonus cards in it, which is always so crazy to see my photo on here, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. These bonus cards that we added to the Shine from the Inside Oracle are so fun and special because this one is showing where you can tag all of your posts and tag us at Shine from the Inside, do the hashtag Shine Tribe, and we'll feature all of your card pulls over on our Instagram. And the other card I love so much, this is a Mac Daddy card, y'all. If you can, screenshot it because it's a good one. This one is a QR code to join the Shine Tribe Sisterhood, so my global community of lightworking badass women all over the globe. And the other side is our goodies. I'm just going to give that to you real quick. Here, we'll do this. I'm sorry, we're cheating. Okay, so this is your goodies. This includes a self-love guided meditation, the digital guidebook to the Shine from the Inside Oracle, as well as access to Module 1 of Shine School. Shine School, you know, is my signature self-love program to help you reclaim your power, and I give you access to the entire first module, which is all about consistency and self-love, because I know I'll give you the first module if you have the deck, but I'll give you the first lesson for free today. That first lesson in Shine School. And if you're a Shine Schooler, you know it, schedule it or it ain't happening. So that's such an important message for anyone who has big dreams and visions, because if it's not scheduled, our ADD and our spontaneity and our creativity will take control, and our bad routines and habits if we don't have them set up. And if you need help with that, guess what? We've got a masterclass for it in the Elevated Life. You know how y'all all say there's an app for that? Well, I say there's a masterclass for that. Okay, 2 cards have already come up for today. I'm going to pull tried to be the whole deck. I've got 3 cards already for our Libra season, and with the energy and intention of bringing balance back into our daily routine and our relationships. And by that, I mean the energy that we give out and receive. Okay, just pulling up the comments to see anyone with any questions before we begin. Hello, Tina. Oh my gosh, big sparkle magic to Goddess Tina for celebrating my birthday this weekend so big. When I arrived to her house, she had balloons on the bed, and we just had the most fun witches weekend at prom for our practical magic at Junk Gypsy. Tina, I had so much fun getting to meet all of your animals. Oh, it was a blast. Also got to channel a lot of past loved ones on that trip. That was a whirlwind. Okay. Sending you all so much love. Thank you so much. All right, you guys ready for this message? Tap some hearts. Say like, let's go in the comments. I want to know y'all are here, y'all are with me, and we are ready to make some magic. Okay, the first card that we have for today. I feel like I need this message in my own personal home right now. Stay away from drama today. You know, when you're PMSing and you're around a bunch of women, it can just create, so sometimes the drama is external, and usually that's because we're attracting it to ourselves again. Remember, I was saying that your relationships are your reflection. There's another lesson from Shine School. And when you are triggered by other people, it is always showing you those areas of your life where you might be leaking energy, where you might be letting other people step over your boundaries, where you might be not trusting yourself because you say you're going to do it and then you don't. So the stay away from drama. First, of course, let's do an inventory. Is anyone energy vampiring me? Is anyone like giving me stress or anxiety? And then let's get a little bit deeper and think about that most important relationship, and that is yourself. And a lot of readings that I've done for women where this card comes up, I can see how they are their own drama. So love ya, but maybe take a moment to get radically honest with yourself and ask, like, am I the cause of my own drama with my own thoughts? And I can tell you that you probably are, because I know I do that to myself too. And I'm trained, y'all. I'm trained, and I'm married to a hypnotist, and my brain still creates crazy thoughts. It's just about noticing them and not allowing them to take over. What do you do with them? That's one of the tools that we taught in that frame control masterclass yesterday, is what to do when you start spiraling and you basically bow down to other people's energy and you allow them to run the show. This will help you to stop, pause, reclaim that energy and power so that you have a voice to speak up and share your boundaries. Any empaths need that? I bet you do. Okay, so stay away from drama today. What is the source of drama currently in your life, and what can you do to disconnect from it? All right, next card. Hold on, let me just scroll. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much for these amazing comments. Okay, next card is step outside your comfort zone and try something new. Okay, so this card is a reminder that magic happens outside the comfort zone. And when fear comes up, that's a clear sign that you're headed in the right direction, because that means you're crossing the boundary of that comfort zone where you once laid an energetic rule or limit to yourself and said, this is only as far as I'm going to go. And as you start to reclaim your power and you step into your confidence, you develop your voice, you have better boundaries, you have more tools to be able to manage your energy. That was another thing we talked a lot about yesterday in frame control, because if someone triggers you and you fucking pop off, you've lost the frame. You've lost control of yourself, and you're going to lose control of the direction you want the conversation to go, because most people are mirroring. And if you just pop off like, then like cats and kids, they're going to come back at you like, the same thing that you're giving them. So Chris shared his ultimate secret on how he stays calm AF when my Libra double Pisces ass is all over the map, like, crazy. He says, I just slow down my breathing and I'm watching your breathing and your body language. And as I'm watching your body language, it's allowing me to not take in so much of the things you're saying, but just recognize that you're tense and stressed, and this too shall pass. So it is really about having awareness in the present moment and using your breath to slow down your mind, your thoughts, your nervous system, and creating that center of calm and peace within. I know we can all need that. Now, that's important because when we step outside our comfort zone, fear and our ego pop off with like, ding, ding, ding. Hey, this is the edge of our comfort zone and we do not go into that territory. And that's when your soul and your heart and that big inspired vision has to be bigger than the fear, where you say, I know that this is uncomfortable and I recognize that you're here to let me know and give me some extra energy, but I'm gonna put fear in the backseat and we're gonna keep going in the direction of my dreams. So I'm curious, when it comes to stepping outside of your comfort zone, where are you headed? What new project are you working on? Who are you going to reach out to and ask to collab? What new thing are you going to start? Drop that in the comments below, because I think this is an important part of Libra season. Giving yourself permission to get creative and find that flexibility in your output of like what you love to do versus just doing the to-do list or being practical or like just checking off the chores. So what new thing are you going to try? Drop that in the chat below. Where can I get the deck? Mimi says that came out funny. You can get my Shine from the Inside Oracle deck by going to shinefromtheinsideoracle.com, and that will send you over to Amazon. So you can also check it out just directly on Amazon. But I highly recommend you go through Shine from the Inside Oracle, because you're going to get those goodies I talked about earlier on the website, as well as we have a digital, like a digital card pool, like interactive experience. So if you need a quick message, you can just pop a card and it will pull up the message for you. So it's a really fun way to get to interact with the deck if you don't currently have it, or you need that quick message and it's not in hand. All right, last card for the week. Are you guys loving it so far? We have Stay Away from Drama today. Step outside your comfort zone and try something new. What is that new thing you're going to try? Last card for this week. Oh gosh, y'all, they're coming for us. Change one thing today, start small. Change one thing today, start small. So this card is saying that with all of the balancing that you're doing and starting the new, literally try something new and change one small thing today, start small. Like, the message is clear. It's when we go outside our comfort zone, we don't have to make some big like leap of faith and hope that the net appears on the way down kind of move. Like a one small change, just getting on your yoga mat every day. I've slacked on as a yoga teacher, I have slacked on my yoga practice in the last year. And I made a commitment on my birthday on Monday that I was going to do yoga every single day, no matter what. So for me, that change one small thing today was just getting on my mat. Was it doing my 90-minute Ashtanga like full freaking practice? Absolutely not. It was about just showing up and building consistency. So change one thing, start small today. I'm curious, what is that one small action you could take? Is it clean your room? Is it go through and unsubscribe from emails because it's like cluttering your mind and your inbox? Is it unsubscribe from people on Instagram, which is what I've been doing all month? Unsubscribing emails, unsubscribing and following people I don't even know who they like. How'd you even get here? So that one small thing can create a ripple effect, because now I'm creating space for new connections, new relationships, new opportunities, and I'm not so clogged up with junk email, right? So what's that one small change that you're going to make today? Maybe it's I have 2 cups of coffee and today I'm only going to have 1. That could be one small change. Well, coffee drinkers will be like, oh my God, that's like astronomical change. I cannot even handle. So like, challenge yourself. But what is that one small change that you're going to do today, not tomorrow? What could you do today? Even if it was just a small change in your mindset, like, you know what? Today is the day I decide I am committing to my health, or I am ending that relationship, or I am starting to look for a new job, or I'm going to finally paint because I've been putting it off. What is that small thing you're going to do today to make some changes that create a long-term ripple effect? Don't underestimate the power of one small change today. I am getting very quiet. I think that is a really great change, because if we are in the drama and we can't hear our intuition pass on that subtle guidance because our mind is chattering, then we're going to miss the magic of the clarity of that next step that you've been asking for. So getting silent, getting quiet is actually a really powerful tool to create massive change, because I know when I get quiet, I really tune into my soul, turn my mind off, which is why I need on my yoga mat, is that's when the ideas come in. That's when the inspiration sparks. That's when the like empowerment of like, oh my God, I fucking remember my power. I'm amazing. Like, what have I been doing? Be in bed latest by 10:30. I love that, Catherine. I think that's important, especially for our lymph system, because around somewhere between 9 and 10, our lymph system tries to do its detoxing and flushing. And if we're not asleep in bed, which is early for a lot of us, but this is just science. If we miss going to sleep before that lymph flush, then it doesn't flush in the body. And the the best way to drain the lymphatic system is by doing a rebounder or lymphatic drainage massage or dry brushing. You have to actually put effort into draining out the lymph system if you are missing that natural cycle of detox by going to bed somewhere between 9 and 10. Depends on daylight savings time and winter and summer because we've got longer hours. So definitely look into that. 10 p.m. would be best, but this is compatible with my kids and having me time. I totally understand. And sometimes when I'm coaching women and we're working on building a consistent self-care routine, I'm like, where are we going to put it? Like for real, where do you actually have the time? Are we going to wake up an hour earlier or 30 minutes earlier? Or are we going to stay up later? Or are we going to like cancel the doom scroll in the middle of the day and put in some meditation? So it is about being really practical and honest with like, what is your routine and what is built in? Are there children? Are there other responsibilities? And just knowing that and then building within that and integrating it. So what a beautiful message for balance in Libra season. It is saying that as you start to step outside your comfort zone and change things, not only are you going to probably question things, but other people might be like, why are you doing that? I've never done that before. Like, oh my God, you think that's really going to work? But I encourage you to continue to take those small, consistent steps, because when I see the change one thing start small, it is showing me that you have the idea, like an acorn idea that could turn into an oak tree. So give yourself permission to just start. I will share this story before I wrap up. So if you have any questions or if you want a card pull, drop your name and like give me your ahas from today. I always love when you guys share the sparkle magic with your girlfriends or just share what you love so much about this reading. You know, it's so fun to get to share the sparkle magic. Now, story I was telling you, holy smokes, too many details. What happened? What we were talking about, changing things. No, I hate when this happens and your brain takes your idea hostage. No, it was such a good one too. Okay, hold on. We're going to breathe. We're going to relax our nervous system and let the idea come back. We were talking about changing one small thing and a ripple effect. Brain fart. What was the story? Okay, well, that's where we're at today. I cannot remember the story that wanted to come through. But that's the beautiful thing about channeling is if you don't grab it, it will move on to the next one. So yeah, pay attention because your ideas are probably coming in with the next beautiful thing, but you're like too busy telling details about something that don't matter. And the ideas are right there for you. Okay, just checking in. I need a card pull. I just got on. Hey, babe, I definitely get up 3.5 hours early to get to the gym. Ooh, that is early, y'all. Early. Okay, hopefully that freaking story will, come back. But I will pull a card for Tamlin and you for Catherine. Thank you for being in. Tamlin, 2 came up for you, babe. Your reality is a reflection of your inner world and you are pure magic. Look at that, like crystal ball and moon and all the stars. This is reminding you that you have everything inside of you to decide and wave that magic wand of clarity on what you want, how you want to feel. And if you're not liking what is in the external world, at work, in relationships, in the mirror, then it is a change that has to be made from within. We can't force it on the outside. We have to start deciding things differently, relating to or having the perspective around things differently. So this is saying that you're a freaking magical unicorn goddess, and it's time to apply that to the story you tell yourself, the visions that you hold for yourself, and the life that you want to build. Start giving yourself unlimited possibility. Okay, let's see. Oh, you guys are hi, Melanie. It's so good to see you guys. Hello. Okay, Catherine, this one's for you. Catherine, believe in yourself, unleash your inner unicorn. This is saying the same thing as you are pure magic, that you have been holding back your sparkle. And it's time for you to take off the mask, to let go of the old version of yourself and really step into your full authentic expression. I love this card so much, not because it's a unicorn and obviously my hair at one point, but I love this card because of the meaning behind it. Believe in yourself. It is you. It is only you. I can't do it for you. Your mom and dad can't do it for you. Your partner and your dog and your cat. And also just take a moment. Today would have been Noodle's 14th birthday. So we're going to send a little sparkle magic for that. But nobody can do the belief in you for you. It's like, that's why it's called self-love and self-care and self-responsibility and self-discovery and self-acceptance. It's like only you can do it. So when this card comes up, it's saying that you're the only one blocking out the magic by saying, it's not possible, or who am I to do that? So believe in yourself, baby. All right, let's see. Mimi says she would like a card. I see yours, Melanie, too. I'll go back. I just need to scroll. Okay, Mimi, this card is for you. Journal it out, write how you feel. This is saying that you are thinking too much and you got to get out of your head and out of the cerebral and back into your body and allow yourself to express that energy. It's been pent up and you are probably confused because there's a lot of thoughts going on. So journaling is a great tool. And also in module 1 of Shine School, like we talked about earlier, that will help you to kind of have a higher perspective of, wow, what has been weighing heavy on my mind. One of the first exercises we do in my 90-day coaching intensive is we do a massive brain dump together, and I have you write down all the things that you are thinking about, all the feelings, all the thoughts, all the everything. And we start to categorize it and create a blueprint on, 1, can we eliminate some of the mental chatter that is not necessary? 2, how can we delegate some of these tasks that you're probably like, oh, I really need to get this done, I need to do that. And 3, what are the things that are on your mind or weighing on your heart truly that you need actual support with, or that you need an action plan and a step-by-step on how to move through those blocks and break through all the mental chatter and turn it into a practical plan. Okay, where are we at? Melanie, this one's for you, my love. Ooh, that was easy. I love it. So perform a random act of kindness. I think this is such a fun card. There's so many cards in here that make people be like, fuck you, Britt, honestly. But this one, I always feel like, how can you not smile when it comes up? I always like to say when this card comes up, perform a random act of kindness. It's a reminder that you get what you give. And as we go and unconditionally share our love and a kind word, or, everyone loves their Starbucks paid for, I think it's important for you to know that that's what creates that ripple effect of good energy, of positive vibes. So I always say, if I want flowers, I go and give flowers because it's usually like a full circle moment. And it happens every time. Like, experiment. Don't hold so much expectation, because the expectation does block out your manifestations. But when you know the law of attraction and the karmic rules of how this world works, then you can do it without that emotional attachment where you're like, I'm just going to go out and unconditionally give, knowing that at some point, it doesn't have to be today and it doesn't have to be from the person I gave it to, it will come back around. And I have found time and time again, when I go out and send a card to someone or flowers just randomly, they usually not from the same person. Don't ever expect it from the same person. Don't ever expect it at all. Just know that it will show up. And there's a difference between knowing and expecting. And when it shows up through whoever and however it shows up, it's always a fun, like, that it really does work. So perform a random act of kindness. Go do something nice for someone. Do it from a place of like unconditional love. And notice how the more you start to do these beautiful acts of service and put out beautiful energy into the world, you attract it back into your life. You are welcome. Yes, thanks, love. You are so welcome. So fun. Okay, that was so fun. I think I have everyone who asked for a card. Hold on, let's not kick people out. My bad. Did I miss anyone? Okay, any thoughts, questions, ideas for today? This has been so fun getting to read you guys some self-love messages from the Shine from the Inside Oracle. If you know a soul sister who would love this deck or this reading, please share it, tag it, comment it, post it on your stories. It really helps me spread the sparkle magic and get this deck out into the world. And in Libra season, I want to leave you with this reminder that you are a makeup of the 5 closest people that you keep inside your circle. So I would encourage you during this season to really refine the relationship you have with yourself. Are there any areas of your life where you've been saying, I need to make a small change, I need to make a big change? And just be honest with yourself. Truth. That's like my favorite intention, my favorite word. In fact, at the Good Girl funeral, I pulled an oracle card that said truth. And at my birthday, I gifted everyone rose quartz hearts with intentions inscribed. And the one I pulled out of the bag also said truth. And I've always, for so many years, said I am a seeker of truth and beauty. And eventually I changed it to just lover of truth and beauty. So truly a Venus Libra inspired mantra for you. But be honest with yourself, and be honest with yourself about the relationships that you've been allowing to energy vampire you, walk on your boundaries, or disrespect you. You do not have to move forward with them, especially into Scorpio season as we rebirth and we release. It is the death and transformation season. So what you decide to take off of your scales if you've been unbalanced will be transmuted in this next Scorpio season, which is exactly why we're going to be doing shadow work inside the Elevated Life Club. This has been so much fun getting to read for you. I tell you what, I've had a really cool TV opportunity pop up, which has shown me that it is absolutely time. I've been mentioning it all month that I have been guided to create a series called Spirit Says. Now, I want to hear from you. When it comes to Spirit Says, would you prefer, maybe a better question, a podcast? Is it a weekly live on social? Is this a video, like YouTube situation? Is this an interview thing where I bring on someone live and I read for them? Or I'm going to share all of my psychic stories. I'm going to share how to develop your gifts. I'm going to share some of the most insane stories that have come through, which when they were interviewing me for this TV show, they asked like, so do you have any cool stories? I'm like, oh, well, what style would you like? I got them from grandmas to children to best friends jumping off buildings. Like I could tell you a lot of different types of stories. And I was last night thinking about it, and I remembered a story that I was like, dang it, I wish I would have remembered this in the moment to share, because it really taught me a lesson as a psychic to trust your intuition, even if other people doubt it or don't understand. I was doing a reading for this man, and it was a 2-hour reading, which I don't normally do, but he was like, I want time. Okay. We had a lot to unpack. And about halfway through, I started getting this very strong pull, like a mediumship pull. And it felt like his brother, and he felt crazy to me. Like there was a lot of mental issues going on. There was a lot going on there. And I said to the man, I'm sorry, I'm just getting like a really strong pull from like, kind of like a crazy brother. Did you have a crazy brother? And he was like, no, not at all. I was like, okay. And then the pull got stronger. I'm like, no, I'm feeling brother energy. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just off, I'm like, well, is it like an uncle? Did you have a crazy uncle? And he was like, no. Luckily, it was so funny how it all unfolded. Luckily, his wife was sitting there, and he goes, well, did you tell her about Gary? And I'm like, who's Gary? And he goes, oh, that's my brother who committed suicide. Okay, sir, that's what I meant by like crazy brother, not to like use a label, but you guys get it. And that moment showed me right then and there that a lot of the times we block these things out. In fact, I was at dinner with my brother last night, and he was like, I don't know about this spiritual. I don't know about this psychic stuff. I'm skeptical. He's like, I've never experienced it. I said, yeah, you had a lucid dream about dad showing you your daughter's shoes when she was about to be born. He's like, no, I didn't. What? Yeah, you did. He's like, no, that was your dream. You told me about it. I'm like, all of us at the dinner table were like, no, that was yours. And that's, again, proof that we do block out a lot of the stories, the magic, the pain. And it is a beautiful coping mechanism. But as a psychic trying to deliver messages, sometimes it can have you question like, ooh, am I off? Am I like not, do I not know what I'm talking about? So there's so many times that I know you've intuited something and you've questioned yourself. Am I crazy? Am I making this up? That's a good sign from your ego that you are intuiting and in fact pulling in psychic information. So I just want to leave you with that reminder that as an empath, as a highly sensitive, as an intuitive who is learning to trust themselves, learning to connect with their heart and their soul and follow what feels good. It is so important to recognize those subtle differences and to recognize that you're going to question yourself. You're going to think you're crazy. You're going to think like, this is what am I making this up? So give yourself permission to just go easy when it comes to trusting your intuition. A little practice, like a small trust here builds bigger trust over time. And so that story just reminded me of how much it's important for us to trust ourselves and not the external, no matter what it is. That was a lesson I learned on the mountain in Colorado. Trust my GPS. Okay, catching up with you guys. Oh, love the interview idea. Okay, I saw a hawk this morning. I keep hearing a hawk. I have this deck and it's so funny. It was a gift. Oh, how cool is that? Thank you so much, whoever gifted you my Oracle deck. I love that. Hey, Ash. Okay, just checking in with you. Definitely have these crazy stories and thank you for helping me trust myself. Yeah, I'll never forget when you were massaging me, Ash. And I'm like, you know things, right? She's like, no, I don't. Like, not too much longer later, she's like, I know things. I'm like, I know. And I want you to tell me when you're rubbing my butt cheeks, what comes up. Oh my gosh, so much fun. All right, this has been a blast getting to read for you, deliver the messages for Libra season, and just remind you that you are the most powerful source of your own intuitive information. That is about learning to trust yourself, going within, and developing the language and the tool set to be able to understand what your intuition is trying to say to you. Because we all have our own unique connection. Some of us feel things, some of us hear things, some of us sense things, some of us just know things. And as you develop those parts of yourself, it will get easier to start trusting over time and time again. There's still times I get intuitive information. I'm like, huh? What? I actually shared that in my stories. This will be the last story I tell you. I shared that in my stories for my birthday. I received a gift from a friend. And when I held the package, I said, oh my gosh, is this our caricature picture? And did she color it in? As I was opening it up, I was like, that was way too specific. I'm making this up. That's got to be crazy. And sure enough, that's exactly what it was. I did that to about 3 other presents this year too. And people were like, I just don't understand. How could you know that? I'm like, I know, but I don't know that I know. And that's what I'll leave you with. All right. If you guys love this message, please share it with a soul sister. And thank you. Thank you for the most amazing week. Thank you for the birthday love and celebrations, 39 and feeling fine. I am just so honored to have the opportunity to share these gifts and the sparkle magic with you and join you every single week for this connection and sisterhood. Bless me. All right. Thank you so much for the most amazing birthday week and this beautiful Libra message. I will see you guys very soon. And until then, if you want to book a reading with me, you can go to brittneycarmichael.com/tarot and we can book an empowering hour so we can get you unstuck and find the practical steps to build that beautiful dream life that you have. All right. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.